Well, welcome you back, and indeed, we're still with the big story for today. We're talking about the issue of the judiciary in focus and looking at that very directive from the President of the Court of Appeal saying that all cases should go to Abuja and also Lagos on account of the appeals, especially coming from most of those allegations being leveled against panels of the different tribunal. Well, that's what we're taking at center stage, and we still have both of our guests. We're talking of no other person but Barrister Emmanuel Eriri, and also we also would be joined by Chief Wilson Omene. But what we'll do now is go on a break, and when we come back, we'll come back and have some more. Let's go take a message from our sponsors, and we're talking about Benita Gas, located right here in New Delhi or Kokoko, and Warrior and Environs. And when we come back, more discussion centered on the big story for today.
Better quality, if you dey talk gas matter, oh yeah, follow Beneta. Gas with the better quality, Beneta gas where they full rich man na Beneta gas. Delivery brother na sharply, Beneta gas no mago na Beneta gas. Different type of gas cylinder, Beneta gas we go last you well, na Beneta gas matter Beneta now do. Them they run make you carry go.
For gas matter and home delivery, make a wire Beneta gas plant for 080-6745-7890 and 080-5904-7722. Beneta gas plant, the tequila of gas matters.
Well, you do know that the big story is big enough to accommodate all your businesses. So join and let's see how we can do that. Yes, now we are finally being joined by no other but Chef Wilson Omene, joining us all the way from Abuja. Good morning to you, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, welcome to the show. We're sorry we just couldn't get you in the initial half of the show due to some technical hitches, but we're happy we're having you with it. Well, yeah, Chief Wilson Omene, we're basically talking about that directive from the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Minsem, who said that all cases should be transferred. I'm talking about appeal cases should be transferred to Abuja and Lagos. But what I'm really keen first in getting from you is what is your reaction to that very directive? Do you feel it will definitely help, especially as we talk about credibility of most of the cases that many kicked against during the tribunal?
I can barely hear you. There's a lot of noise behind. People are making so much noise behind. I can't hear you at all.
Oh, sorry about that. There could be more of the connection. Let me ask my question again. All I'm asking is, do you feel that directive by the President of the Appeal Court is in order, telling that all cases should go to Abuja and Lagos on account of the appeals?
Look, sincerely speaking, I want to. The lady Justice Monica has actually given me hope. Once again, she has actually restored hope to people like us in this country that are already getting highly disillusioned by the electoral process.
Okay.
And I say this without any doubt at all. Because if you look at what has been going on all over the country for so many years, in fact since 1999,
yes,
today, you hear governors openly and blatantly telling their followers that look, go there, rig the election, win the election through rigging, then let them go to court. We will meet them in the court. Those statements, it's quite obvious that, yes, meeting you in the court, it is their courts. They are actually telling you that so long as you can rig the election and win the election, then the court issue is no longer a problem, because they know they will have compromised the court processes.
Okay, well,
and so justice,
yes,
for those who have actually contested the election, and for the parties that have gone into election, can never, particularly for those in opposition, can no longer have their ways, can no longer benefit from what they believe in. You know, so it is the very best thing that has ever happened to this country, but that singular action that this lady has taken.
Okay, well,
restoring hope.
I'll plead with you to hold on.
I want to align with the lady's decision.
Okay, well, I'll plead with you to hold on, and I really need to ask you because if we look at those judges in the different tribunal, they were appointed not by the state governors, but rather from the NJC themselves.
Forget that. There's what we call comfort zones. All right? There's what we call comfort zone in any transaction that you make. Once you are in your comfort zone, a transaction is being made in your own comfort zone. I can bet you have more leverage. You have more leverage as against your opponent. You know?
Yes.
So we cannot rely on the fact that they are federal appointees.
Yes.
Yeah, after all, they were appointed by the appeal court, council or whatever. That is just not right. You see, when you are operating in my own comfort zone,
yes,
I have every opportunity to buy you over and make you work according to my instructions. Let me tell you, this country has been so bastardized by corruption that you cannot even guarantee your own partner in anything. So not to talk of a situation where governors will openly tell their followers, go rig the election. We will all meet in the court. It's better for you to rig the election, win it through rigging. After winning it through rigging, we meet in the court. What is the meaning of that? Because the court is in its jurisdiction.
I'll agree with you to hold on that, Dr. Wilson.
What is going to be happening, and that's it.
Dr. Wilson,
so you notice most of the cases decided so far.
Yes.
Even up to 80% of the cases decided so far. They were decided in favor of
there's a ruling party in the state.
Of that state.
Okay, now, Dr. Wilson, I'll play with you. Hold on there. I need to also ask you a question now, Dr. Wilson Omene. Now, let's look at it. Would also, how are we quite sure? Because these governors would always want to also talk about credibility of taking it to Abuja and Lagos. And in every way, they might really raise very important questions. Because, for example, if the cases of appeal do not go their way, can they also raise the question of credibility, knowing that definitely maybe the party that seems to be in office is the one controlling issues either in Abuja and Lagos? Would that not also raise a whole lot of issues as it concerns credibility, knowing that they are not in charge and maybe the ruling party that seems to be handling those issues in Abuja and Lagos will always have it their way?
Let me tell you something.
Because we're still talking about comfort zone.
If the federal government wants to say influence the state, the influence decision in any state, they can. All right?
Okay.
But because the federal government is not interested in influencing decisions, that is why the governors are having their way. Otherwise, the federal government, if they want to be influenced, for example, Obasanjo's regime.
Yes.
Or let me say, I don't want to mention him. 1999 regime to
2007.
regime.
Yes.
All decisions to do with not to do with federal government or state government. They are influenced by federal government. They were influenced by federal government. But because let us be fair to Buhari, though he had a very terrible administration. But when it came to this issue of influencing,
yes. Hello? Hello? Oh, it looks as if we're having issues with the connection, and network is always a problem as it concerns it. Are you back with us, Dr. Wilson Omene? Hello? Okay, we might really want to come back to him and, still ask him. But anyway, let me quickly come to you. I know you want to react to what some of the things he has said. Are we not also going to get these governors, if it were just peradventure, it doesn't go their way?
Hello?
Oh, okay, yeah, you're back with it. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, and conclude
so,
on
now, if the current federal government is really keen on influencing the decisions of the on influencing the decision of the tribunals at various states, they will have been able to do so. But they decided not to allow that because this is a progressive government that is never interested in interfering with justice. So because it's not interfering, all right, and the judiciary has its own freedom, it is the judiciary that will now understand that, no, something is going wrong. Because some of them, all the reports, they read it. When they read these reports that form the judgment of the tribunals, it's absurd. So for the lady to take all these cases to Abuja and Lagos, and somebody to insinuate that, okay, because against the lower court, then the federal government must have influenced it. No. Because federal government will have been able to influence it from the very beginning.
Okay, now
why the lady
okay, Dr. Wilson,
move them to Lagos and Abuja
you've made your point
for justice.
Yeah, Dr. Wilson, I'll agree with you to hold on. You've made your point. You've made your point on that, but I'm really also concerned on another major issue. Now, we do know that the Abuja division will be handling appeals from the 19 northern states, while the 17 southern states will definitely go to Lagos. And this is really putting more on the cost on litigation that many are already saying is way up there. And would this not
what would prompt a litigation from such decision?
Yeah, but because that's what I'm saying. Is it not putting so much cost already with the issue of litigation as it concerns election issues? Because at the end, some persons will say, okay, taking the cost of going to Lagos and Abuja on every frequent hearings and the rest, some persons might just even naturally pull out. And is this not even
don't forget
seeking justice or pushing justice away from it?
Yeah, but don't forget, if nobody is taking justice away because it's distant. No. Don't forget that justice can really be seen to have been dispelled.
Yes.
Or to have been adjudicated.
Yes.
Please, we must go for that, no matter how costly it is financially. Justice is more accommodating than that money that you have kept somewhere.
Yes.
All right? Let us go for justice, something that will guarantee the public hope for the future. Because without the judiciary, that which we refer to as the common man's last hope, then we are gone. So irrespective of whatever you refer to it as cost or no cost, it is absolutely necessary to pursue things that will allow us to have justice. And that's what I feel it should be.
Okay,
so
now
there is nothing wrong in going to Lagos 10 million times to go and
get justice, like you say.
Seek justice. We are not just seeking justice. It is not the individual who is carrying these cases now to Lagos or Abuja. It is in the wisdom of the head of the appeal court. Look, and before she took that decision, my dear brother, she must have read some of these judgments and how terrible they are. You know, she must have read them. So we cannot afford to sit down there and just be bastardized by governors' influences.
Okay, well, Dr. Wilson Omene, I really want, before I come back to our guests in the studio, as it stands, we have to close to almost 500 cases that will be going to the appeal stage, which did not go well with most of the appellants, and the tribunal, when some persons were either removed or retained by the tribunal. But my question now lies in the process. Now, when I talk about the process, how transparent, free and fair and credible the elections might have been. Now, does it not speak volume of the electoral process itself? And is this not an indictment of the electoral umpire itself? Because we gave them almost 360 billion, and at the end, most cases went to the tribunal. They were either kicked out or retained. Should we go through these routes all in the name of not having credible elections? I will say the umpire has been the reason for this.
I will sympathize with your opinion on this.
Yes.
Because I am equally disturbed by the fact that we spend billions and billions to conduct elections.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we are going to spend billions and billions to defend the election that we conducted with billions.
Wow.
Doesn't make sense. That's the bottom truth. It doesn't make sense. So we must be able to be transparent in all our dealings. And this problem cuts across the spectrum of our lives, from the electorate to the umpires, and of course to the political parties and those contestants. We must be transparent enough. And because when we're transparent, we don't need these monies. We will spend these monies. So we should try and move forward to complete elections to be conducted with electronics, making use of electronics. Because the electronic, the use of electronics is the only solution to this problem. Because the electronic won't lie to you. So if you want to manipulate the machine, and they are not manipulatable, then you have a challenge in the process. Because you can't manipulate the machine. The machine will tell you, sorry, if you want to go in there, if you hack it, everybody know you are trying to hack the system. So we need to use the electronics to conduct our election fully. Accreditation, uploading results, and everything. And if you go within a time limit, if this time that you close the electioneering, you close it. You counting is automatic because you don't even need to be counting 1, 2, 3. No, as you press your thumb on the machine on whatever platform that you are voting for, it's counted automatically. So the machine automatically sends the results. That's what we should be driving towards. Otherwise, it is crazy, silly, uneconomical to have an umpire whom we now give billions of naira to conduct election, and again resort to actually give another billions and billions of naira to do what? To defend what they have done. At the end of the day, a court will just rubbish it. One thing that I strongly believe that is still wrong, that we must correct, is this idea of technicality. The people have voted. And since they have voted, why are you coming up with one technicality? You know, and the law, why can't judges use their discretion to know that this technicality will change the people that have given confidence to this person and voted for him? Why? For example, I'll give you an example. The case in Delta State, I won't mention it because these cases are in appeal court.
I do not want to sound prejudiced.
Whereby a judge is now saying, oh, because the certificate of somebody was not published. A certificate of someone was not published. Not that the certificate is not genuine. Because the certificate was not published. For the fact that, not that the person who's protesting said he won the election. No. He knows he did not win the election. So meaning the people have voted for this man. And the court is now saying yes, for telling us that the umpire did not publish the man's name. He omitted it. Or the fact that by that he declared non-winner. And the other person is now declared winner. Somebody who did not get the vote of the people. Doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, Dr.
So this is
I'll plead with you. What will make sense for us now is to go on a break. And when we come back, we'll continue our discussion centered on this recent directive from the President of the Court of Appeal. And also to you also.
So much noise in the background.
Sorry, I'll apologize on that. Mr. Emmanuel Eriri, I'll plead with you. We need to go on a break. And when we come back, we'll continue our discussion all centered on the big story for today.